If there's no God, what's the meaning of life? Many people believe that religion provides a sense of purpose, while atheists argue that purpose can exist without divine guidance. This is a question that has sparked debates for centuries. Can a person truly find meaning in a world without God? Or does rejecting religion lead to a life without direction? In this video, we'll explore both perspectives and examine whether meaning must be given or if we can create it ourselves. Most religious traditions teach that humans are created for a divine reason, whether it's serving God, following moral laws, or preparing for an afterlife. Religion provides a structured meaning to life. Religious texts often emphasize that humans are special creations with unique responsibilities. Then, in Christianity, for example, life's purpose is to serve God and live according to His will. In Islam, fulfilling religious duties brings meaning and rewards in the afterlife. For believers, purpose is not something we define ourselves. It is something given to us by a higher power. Atheists argue that meaning does not need to come from a divine source. Instead, it is something humans create for themselves. Many atheists find purpose in relationships, love, knowledge, creativity, and helping others. Just because there is no afterlife does not mean life lacks meaning. Think about it. If we know life is temporary, does that not make it even more valuable? A sunset, a moment of laughter, an act of kindness, these things matter, even if they are not tied to an eternal plan. From a scientific perspective, humans are a product of evolution. We exist because of natural processes, not divine intervention. Does this mean life is meaningless? Not necessarily. Many scientists and philosophers argue that meaning is what we make of it. Take great thinkers like Carl Sagan and Richard Dawkins, who believe that understanding the universe, exploring knowledge, and advancing humanity provide purpose. If our existence is the result of chance, that does not mean it is without value. The fact that we are here, conscious, and able to reflect on our own purpose is remarkable. A common argument against atheism is that it leads to nihilism, the belief that life has no purpose, value, or meaning. Without an afterlife or divine plan, some argue that nothing we do ultimately matters. But is that really the case? Atheists counter this by saying that meaning does not have to come from an external source. Instead, people create their own purpose through family, ambition, love, and learning. Just because something does not last forever does not mean it is meaningless. A great book, a beautiful piece of music, or a life-changing conversation all have value, even if they are temporary. Human beings naturally seek purpose. Whether through religion, relationships, or personal achievements, people need to feel their lives matter. Some argue that belief in God fulfills a deep psychological need for certainty and structure, while atheism requires individuals to take full responsibility for creating their own meaning. But is one approach better than the other? Some find comfort in the idea of an afterlife, while others find freedom in the idea that they can shape their own destiny without religious constraints. Many religious believers argue that moral purpose comes from God. If there is no divine law, then what stops people from doing whatever they want? Atheists, however, argue that morality is not dependent on religion. Ethical principles can exist without belief in a higher power. Studies show that societies with high numbers of atheists still have strong moral values. Empathy, cooperation, and justice are not exclusive to religious belief. So, does morality require God, or is it a natural part of human evolution? This brings us to the core debate. Is purpose something given to us, or is it something we create? If purpose comes from God, then it is objective and universal, but it also means we must follow a divine plan. If purpose is self-created, then it is personal and flexible, but it also means there is no higher meaning beyond what we decide. So which view is more fulfilling? A life lived according to religious teachings, or a life where individuals determine their own purpose? So, do atheists have a purpose without God? Or is meaning only real if it is given by a creator? This is a debate that may never have a clear answer, but what matters is what you believe. Do we need an external purpose to make life meaningful, or is meaning something we create for ourselves? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do we need God for purpose, or is life meaningful on its own?